So how are you going to make the next 12 months a lot better? Let's just even say profoundly better than the last 12 months. I'm Melanie Benson. I'm known as a Profit Amplifier, and this is part of our Profit Amplifier series. And I'm going to share with you a tip today, something that I've coached hundreds, if not thousands, of entrepreneurs and online business owners through in the last decade, but also something I personally had to learn as well. And that is there is one thing that has to be dramatically different because the rule of thumb is if you keep trying to do things the way you've always done them, guess what? You're going to keep getting the results you're getting right now. And I know that's not what you want. So what has to be different? Honestly, it's super simple, but most entrepreneurs don't do it. And that is you need to get a plan in place for consistent, predictable income. Now, before you go, okay, Melanie, everybody talks about a plan. Let me explain. This is a little bit different than what most people do. See, what most people think a plan is they've got to build this huge set of steps and they've got to figure out where all their funding is going to come from. And they think they've got to go pitch a bank with it. Or they think, okay, this is going to limit my ability to be creative and actually get things done. You have to have a revenue plan. And a revenue plan is a little bit different than most of the way people plan. It's simply a way to map out what are you going to offer each month and look at what are my greatest revenue and profit producing offerings I have and how do I propel those to the front of the line and get those being the primary things that we do. Now, it seems simple, and it is simple, but most entrepreneurs, their brains don't work like that, right? I know mine didn't, and I created a tool to help me do it for my own business and to coach my clients. And so I'll just share a quick story about a woman named Catherine, who I actually created one of the steps in my Profit Explosion Toolkit for because she was struggling to keep that consistent cash flow coming in. And she would have a great month, she would have a bad month. She couldn't figure out why because she had no problem making money, but she had a problem keeping the consistent cash flow in place. And that's because she would spend a whole bunch of time, and maybe you can relate to this, out there delivering, giving events, coaching her clients, doing a little travel, right? Like she had a lot on her plate and she would actually forget to figure out what am I promoting to my community and my list? And when am I going to promote it? So one of the steps in the Profit Explosion Toolkit that I offer on my site is to literally look at each month and say, what am I going to offer? And how many weeks am I going to use to market this offering? And do I have any other commitments that this is going to overlap with? Because guess what the second problem is? You have too much you have to promote at the same time. And too much stuff that has to get done usually doesn't get done, or it confuses your community and they don't do anything. So my profit secret for you today, my profit amplifying secret for you today is slow down a little to speed up the revenue in your business, in your life, by using a process to map out, even if you just do it for 3 months at a time, what you're going to offer when. In my Profit Explosion Toolkit, it's called it's the marketing roadmap. When are you going to do each of the things you offer, and what time in your calendar is devoted to promoting it, and what time in the calendar needs to be devoted to creating it, and what needs to be promoting it. So really getting clear with yourself, so you don't try to be a superhuman, which never works, and overcommit yourself or forget to do it at all. So I hope this tip helps. If you would like some support with this, I have a really simple tool. It's called the Profit Explosion Toolkit at profitexplosiontoolkit.com. It's the least expensive investment you will ever make in your business growth. And the people who use it are mind blown how simple it is and how effective it is to find more profit, consistent revenue, and really get clear what you need to do next. All right, I'd love to hear what's your best tip for getting consistent revenue in the door. Share it in the comments below. And if you want to pick up Profit Explosion Toolkit, go over to profitexplosiontoolkit.com. All right, we'll see you soon with another Profit Amplifying Secret. Bye for now.